Hi, welcome back to our Let's Play. I don't know why it was saving there, but whatever. Welcome back to our Let's Play of the Outer Worlds. I'm doing a dumb dialogue playthrough, and rather than give you a recap that I've done this last several episodes, I'm just going to plow forward. We got our unreliable ship, and possibly a new member of the crew here. So this is probably going to be pretty RP heavy since we did a lot of combat and made a lot of decisions the last few episodes. Not surprising in an RPG. But on that note, let's do this. So, did that just... Yes. Ask Ada about the SAM unit. Okie dokie. So we got that. I want to talk to him. I've already gone through and looked at all of these various things.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like.
Sounds like
Something
my roommate.
vexing you, Captain? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them. On the contrary, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
Words.
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated. I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story? And how did he do that?
Magic.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Sure, why not?
Why would you turn on someone who saved you? Ah, a cold realist.
That's awesome. Tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
So there's philosophists and whatever scientists, I guess. Well, not scientismists.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosophist scholar who fled Play-Thru some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay. A former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
That might be faster. Only I get to be a smartass. I kind of like this one the most, but I'm going to have to do that one on a different
I can't
playthrough.
believe my desperation has led me to you. Well, I just remembered there actually is a list like that. The Groundbreaker has access to it. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Right.
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
Prison
I meditated,
duty.
led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
I would pound you into dust if you got on the tossball field with me.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Okay.
Thank you, Captain.
That's right. Mr. Captain to you. I guess that works. Let's see if he has, sometimes...
I could spend hours
Yeah.
reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Let's talk about the thing. You know, that, thing with the thing that you want to do.
Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker?
Remind me why we want to do that?
If I can access the data cartridge from the terminal in security, I can easily hack into their arrivals and departures registry.
Oh.
That'll give us dates, times, and the crew manifests for every registered ship. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Comb?
Thank you, Captain.
I told you it's Mr. Captain. Okay. Where was Parvati? Oh, she was like roaming all over fixing random stuff last time when I was going through grabbing everything. She's like I'm gonna come over here and fix this thing. You know, I'm gonna turn on a blowtorch over here and fix that thing. I wonder. I guess this is my quarters, probably. Hey, Parvati, where you at, girl? I want to talk to you. Hello? Anybody home? Where she is it? Oh, yep, see? Told you. Look at that. Industrious little thing.
Sometimes I can hear Vickers saying prayers to himself. Sometimes I hear him cussing about tossball scores.
That's because he is a small, weak little man that sucks at tossball. Oh. Okay. They have a, I don't know if I mentioned this previously, they do have a really awesome thing in here. You can respec. It becomes more expensive each time, but unfortunately for me, they won't let me respec my my attributes, which is, I really kind of want to take a point or two out of here, had I to do it over, so that I could get that much more melee weapon attack speed. I'd probably, yeah. I mean, I didn't realize this was gonna scale with me. It started at like 5 health regen per second, so I thought it would be, yeah, you learn and live. So live and learn. So if you are getting ready to start your own playthrough, I really wouldn't suggest I wouldn't dump it, but I wouldn't really put any points into that. I don't think it's really necessary, but you do you, and I shall continue to do the same. Ow! I always forget that hurts. Right. So now we could go to various places. I kind of took a little look-see over where is, yeah, Phineas's lab. So let's go talk to Dingleberry. Let's see how this goes. Ooh.
Arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Cool. Oh, I need to talk to Ada again. That's right.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I want that robot. Know anything about the automechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM.
Nice.
If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
I just got 72 XP for talking to an inanimate robot and then talking to Captain Marvel here. That is amazing. Yeah.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? A star walks into a black hole but doesn't seem phased. The black hole then turns to the star and says, I don't think you understand the gravity of this situation.
Okay.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice.
Oh, I haven't heard this one yet.
It's Spacer's choice.
That's not my favorite
Everyone
song.
in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What are you, like a new cell phone provider? Unlimited minutes, perhaps.
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? As the organics say, I wouldn't dream of it. Because I can't. Dream, you know. When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Fortunately for you, I am similarly programmed to protect the ship's captain and crew.
Right.
A misfired attempt at humor. Captain Hawthorne suggested I should practice my ability to joke more often. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. Oh, I know you are not the same Captain Alex Hawthorne who died in Emerald Vale due to excessive internal and external bleeding. I have required you to assume Hawthorne's identity in order to sync your commands to my interpretation protocols. I've since registered you as the captain of the Unreliable. You're welcome to continue lying about your identity if you wish, but I know the truth.
Bitch, the whole reason why we lying is because... Oh, son of a... Okay, right?
I will adjust output levels accordingly. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Please.
How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall we engage the laser weapon system?
Why not?
I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapon system.
You misleading bitch.
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
Of course. What part of the colony? We're cleared to dock with the groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid.
No.
The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
Words. Just words.
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Math. Oh, and do it without the lip.
Order does not compute. Nevertheless, I will endeavor to execute my current and future tasks without lip. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Good.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Where in Terra 2? Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet. You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
See, now I'm starting to like Ada a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie.
Since you diverted power to Edgewater, the botanical lab shut down, and the deserters were forced to return to town. Meanwhile, the cannery's output increased, enabling the town's population to prosper. Thank you for nothing, Captain. I cannot say. First, I need to adjust my memory interpretation sensors, but I think my answer is yes.
Oh.
Of course.
Very
What part of the
homicidal of
colony
you.
would you like to discuss? Where in Monarch? Ah, Monarch, the armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port at Fallbrook. It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
Curse us. Foiled again.
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness, and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points. Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Alrighty. Well. Okay, let us see all of the many things. So we can close that up. Search Hawthorne's terminal. Okay. Gladys on the. Okay.
Thinking of tinkering at the workbench? I used to love watching Alex work. Now I like watching you.
Wait, what? That's not creepy at all. Wait. Oh.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
I plan on it. Huh. Okay. Oop, my bad. Leave conversation with computer. So that updated. Acid steeper from Roseway. Okay. Alright, so that's there. Let us yeah. So I can't.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
No, I think I'm going to congratulate myself. You have anything to say before we
Welcome back,
leave?
Captain. How can I be of assistance?
And the
See you
answer
soon, Captain.
is no. Let's go talk to Dingleberry. Let's change the thing back. I didn't think I could come over here, but I will take it. Phineas's science weapon. Ooh, okay, so 2, 4, so we're gonna get up to 6. Obviously. Oh, wait. There we go. Negotiate with Sprats for territory. That's funny. Okay. Let us see. So we got both of you guys right there.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
Let's see. The best way to get there. Wait, what?
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
I'm kind of regretting coming here. Not gonna lie. What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's alive. Its eyes moving. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Bubbles. Actually talk? Okay, before I steal everything here and potentially ruin... Ooh. Oh, hells yeah. Shrink ray.
I see you found my portable molecular compression device,
Nice.
known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
That's funny.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little
Right.
habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Oh. Sweet.
Oh, balderdash! You hadn't yet recovered your faculties of speech. What was I to do? Dear so-and-so, would you like to be shoved into an escape pod? Blink twice for yes? Still, I admit I may have been a touch hasty, even thoughtless. I do apologize if I rushed you. Nonsense. There's no such thing as luck. Only well-calculated margins of error. You survived that fall in 85 out of 100 simulations.
I don't know, man. RNGesus might have a word or two about the second sentence.
Yes, well, you're stuck here with the rest of us. Halcyon's our cesspit now, and we're all circling the drain together. We can wallow in our collective misery, or we can try to make Halcyon a better place. I don't know about you, but I'd like to live in a colony that isn't marching toward oblivion. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I
Sure.
do experiments of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance.
Some of them get quite
Regardless,
scientific.
quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Never have enough toilet paper.
Absolutely. Let's talk. Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the aether. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Are you still annoyed at me for launching you into space? That was in the past. I've long since moved on. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know. Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
Right.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process.
But I am strong.
The conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for the Hope. Get it?
No?
I see. Well, never mind. Let's just pretend it was hilariously witty and move on. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading. I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends. They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Hair.
Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Okay.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. You may be extraordinarily dim-witted, but you've got heart. I'm sure your crew sees that as well as I do.
But we all have heart, or we wouldn't be alive.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
Me too.
What's on your mind?
I'll be back. Alright. And before we go, let's before we go, we should properly recycle all of these things. Good lord, man. Oop. Let's see. Ooh. Oh.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
20 hack. Let me see something. Oh, nope, never mind. 3. Okay, never mind then. I know I went through and sorted my stuff. I did, as I stated at the end of last video, I did finally find a way to store everything, so, I mean, I still feel like I'm at a lot, but, oh, nice. But, look at my ammo that I'm not using because melee. What was it? Oh, yeah, so I basically dumped everything and then carefully just tried to keep one of each type of thing, and you can kind of pause if you're curious to see any of these things, but I think this pretty much sums up all of the boosts in game. There are a few others, and then of course this one. So apparently you don't this is like at 20 and 40 medical or something, which I doubt I'll be hitting, so which is fine. My natural regen, I really only need those adreno things during combat itself, but afterwards I'm definitely good to go, even if there's a little bit of a lull. Wonder if I can. Nope. On the one hand, I think my character would want to beat the crap out of this and/or shrink ray. On the other hand, I don't want to mess with him because he's so cute. His name's Bubbles. I mean, yoink. Let's see what else I can look at. What are these posters doing? I wonder if they're like collectibles or gonna give me XP later or something. SK system. Letters and numbers are not my friend. They are everyone's enemy.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Ah, your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
And I don't want to spend too long, so feel free to pause the game if you want to read all of that, read all about it. Note to self number 2, buy more mouthwash. Dang it. Alright, well, I think we've done everything we can do here. Just double check before we leave.
What's on your mind?
Okay. Well, let's just quadruple check. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no, that's not. Okay, that's not unlocked yet. Alright. Fair enough. Since we're not going to be coming back here right anytime soon, let's just make sure we vacuum everything up. It's always kind of what I imagine when I go through a game. So I like to collect everything, but I'm not so OCD that, you know, I'm going to lose any sleep if there's a glitch or I forget something. I'm a semi-completionist. 85%. I'm calling that pretty good on the game. I figure the developers went through all the trouble to program all these wonderful things. The least we can do is take a moment or two to try and enjoy them. Oh, But I feel like I know there's things up there. Ooh. love of. We'll try it next time. Let's see, I don't think I'm missing anything. 8 whole bits. Ooh. I should probably write home to Mom and brag. Where are we at? Okay, I feel like maybe there's more to... No? Maybe not. The jumping is so... Alrighty. Now the question is... And the answer is no. Dagnabbit. I really want to go down there, but that is obviously off limits. Let's see. Did we get every... Yeah, okay. Well, I guess there's nothing over here anyway. Alright, just double check this corner and then we'll head on out. Oh, for the love. Aha! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I love that headline. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Oh, I just saw that. Heavy armor protects more, but light armor gives more bonuses? Oh, I've acquired a few posters. Huh, that's interesting.
Welcome back, Captain.
See if she has anything
Have an
else.
idea of assistance.
Since we met with Phineas,
May luck be with
or
you.
not.
Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
As the very high priest of our Jesus, I must protest. Alright, here we go. Glad we're doing a little bit longer videos. Going to shoot for an hour plus. Even though this would make a decent place to stop. I still want to do some more RP. Maybe we can get all the RP. I guess so. Yeah.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? If I had to fix a station this big, I'd be spending all my time trying to figure out what needs doing now and what can wait. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
I really like Parvati.
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Yep. So I'm guessing Sam is going to take one of these. I saw a black character with like fluorescent pink hair. It's probably a couple more. Okay. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Watch the sticky fingers. Got it. We're going back into an area where people care about that. Oh, and I think that's the other things. I think I do need to sell them at a vendor. My junk. That's probably part of my weight also. Okie dokie. Jane Elson, here we go. Let's do some RP in this G. Okay. Oh, look at that. 6 floors? Good lord.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
She's a rock star. I'm loving her. Oh, that's right. That's going to be thieving them, isn't it? Oh, shot cannon. Does anybody see? Nope, totally didn't. Just steal everything in that chest.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back-bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
Oh,
I don't
that's
have
good to know.
time for this.
What happened just there?
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Process this.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, all right? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan? Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field.
That's impossible.
Chosen man.
I never played
So
on their
Chosen
team.
beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I never cut your name. I'm Chad Dudebro.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Actually, I need more people that like tossball on my
Stroll
team.
around the docking base?
Damn it. Why do I feel like he's going to be another player to join me? Another character to join me? Stevedore.
Mechanicals all over, but they still got us sweating to move boxes.
Okay, so that's customs. Let's see here. So, got this. Where? Wonder where that is. How far? I don't even see the. Okay. Gladys on the ground blade. Okay. Empty man on the acid steamer. Let us do this. Aha! Oh, wait. Is that a... Oh, that's a title, I guess.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Unfortunately, I can't sell things to them yet, and I think I need to sell my junk. Yeah, I got some junk. Okay.
Identification, please.
You're guarding the door, so I'll call you guard. You're welcome.
That's only about the third or fourth dumbest line I've heard all day. I give it a 6 out of 10.
Seems a little high. That was barely a 3 in my humble opinion.
Hey!
Hey, that's better than half. Could be worse.
Could be better, too.
Hey!
So, identification?
Whose side are you two on? My name's Chad Dudebro. It's my first time here.
You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt-side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
What?
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
But...
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Oh, man, if they don't let me on my ship and I can't get to all that stuff I just stored, I'm gonna be not happy.
Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock.
Oh,
of course,
that's
then
such
you
a
find
good
yourself with an exciting new problem.
Living.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
Yeah.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Of course. What am I to you but the guy who's got his eye on your ship? Is there anything else I can help you with? He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udom takes it to an unhealthy level.
Apparently he's far from alone.
You noticed, huh?
Just barely. I'm bright like that.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Sounds
like,
complicated.
Yeah. But from where I sit, it's all coming through loud and clear. They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sure thing. The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Promenade. Hey Vic, this guy knows French.
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg?
I don't know hardly anything at all, actually.
Well, you seem to know yourself, and that's got to count for something. Not too many folks can say the same. It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope.
Oh.
Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Got it.
Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Okay.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks.
Well,
She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief
gotta
Lane
start
might have an
somewhere.
errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Wait, what?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know. All right. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Which way's starboard? Aren't there stars all around?
It means on your right side. Reckon you're from one of the planets. Word of advice. You see a door marked opens to vacuum? Stay clear.
Okay. What if I need to clean up a mess, like I spilt crumbs on a carpet or something?
That's not the kind of vacuum. You know what? Never mind. Open any door you want. The mess will take care of itself.
That's awesome. Okay. Okay.
Be seeing you.
That is why we are doing a dumb dialogue walkthrough. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you're having, if you're even having half the amount of fun I'm having, then I'm sure you've already liked, subscribed, hit the bell notification, done all the YouTube things already. And I do appreciate it. Alright, so there's, so we're starting to unlock things. So we got Gladys and Udom. We still got a weapon somewhere around here, and Wanda Dorset in sick bay. Huh. Still was looking for the... Let's get him. Have I botched? I don't think I botched any. No, okay. So he... Actually, it looks like he doesn't need... Workbench discovered. Huh. Wait. Hawthorne ship, I know Hawthorne, wonder what happened there. Huh, okay. To rectify this error. Alrighty. So over there. Let's see if. Ooh. Enter a restricted area. Cut inside. Shot on sight. Oh. So, okay.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar, shipped in and out with.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right.
Oh, I can't open that.
Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that?
I hate that saying. Saying is so stupid. Like, most humans ever actually go to the effort of frowning as opposed to just having a neutral resting face. Please and thank you. Ooh. I remember hearing that when I was in elementary school. Did you know it takes more effort to frown than to smile? So ridiculous.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists
Purpleberry bunch. Apparently many of these things are rest and go key card. Apparently there's a lot of Firefly callbacks and such. Wonder if I can just yoink.
And no mercury in Saturn.
Okay, so we've got to go into here. We gotta learn the stealth mechanic. Oh wait, what? Who? Ooh. Okay, ID cartridge. Entering an associated restricted area. Huh. So that means I'm okay. Moving drains when you run out. See an integrity. And then you're gonna reset your shroud. Okay, let's just make a beeline for this thing. Wait, where is it? What? For the love of... Oh! I don't know that I can get to it. Alright. Alright. Well, that was fun. I think I'm going to take a look at that. I think we're right at about an hour right now. I want to do a little bit more, but I will worry about that later. How about we... Wanda Dorset and sickbay. Where is that? Sickbay is there. Gladys and Udom. Not even here. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Let's see. Where is she? I kind of want to speak to her. Okay. Ooh, she's way down there. Alright, well, let us do this then. Okay. Look at that. There we go.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Carry on.
Adtron. More debt. They're not even vaping. OMG. So last millennium. Okay.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
They call it Monarch now. It's supposed to be a real hellhole. Warlords drumming up marauder squads, blood running. Shit.
So it went about as well as everybody expected.
Yep. Complete fucking fiasco.
Yeah. Complete fucking fiasco. Oh, look at you. Look at you and your dumbass.
I'm sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
Why would I drink more ale if I want to get rid of ale?
Spacer's choice.
That does not make any
Space
sense.
freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Right.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Right.
It's not the best choice! It's Spacer's choice! Taste the freedom! You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here.
The things I've seen.
Why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
He's like an even more corporate version of Deadmau5.
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
My God.
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon Colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse Mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Right? I gotta say, they're doing a great job of lampooning corporate everything.
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now.
Right?
Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I prefer peppermint. I am addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be. It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? Spacer's Choice. We cut corners so you don't have to.
I throw you out a fucking airlock.
Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that too.
Ooh.
Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop buying new stuff. Oh, sorry. I got the line wrong. You want me to do it again? It's a script. If I don't follow it to a T, I might lose my job. You want me to do it right? Okay, customer's always right. Thanks. Moving on. You could go broke buying overpriced erranded gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate.
Right.
We're here with an active inventory whenever you like, with a smile on our face, no less.
I will come back and do, I think after I do end this episode, after maybe knocking a couple more quests down. Whoa, wait, what?
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
As I was saying, I think I'm going to try and get a few more things checked off, give another 15-20 minutes or so, and then I'm probably going to call it for this episode.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Then I'll go and talk to all the random people and trade.
We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird.
Yeah, kinda.
Like I said, Jessie did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
There's a reason I don't put my hammer away. Hello, hospital bureaucracy. Did I just get another companion quest? No, I did not. Hi.
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
The records say? Have you actually spoken to her yourself?
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
She's just like smoking on the hospital ward. Haven't seen that since the 70s.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? A mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
You're not with them, are you?
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker. Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to find him.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday.
Ooh.
Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Alright, let's see here. So, Captain... Okay, so we're not going there right now. Need Gladys and Udom. We did get the holographic shroud. Companion. Ellie thinks something... I could try. Okay, let's do that. Okay. It should be right over... Right over meow. Uh-oh. Huh. Well...
Hey, that's against regulation!
Bitch!
What do you think you're doing? Carry on.
Yeah, whatever I want. You see this big ass hammer? Guess what? Okay, I need to go to the right. And go.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Doesn't sound suspicious at all. Right?
Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Kinda just do.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to
No
anyone,
shit.
I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of the ship, I swear.
Says everyone.
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh? You're sure no one followed you? Is it all clear, or am I still a wanted woman? Oh, that's just how Ellie is. According to her, she don't need no one or anything to get by in life. She can deny it all she wants, but we know each other. More than just as passing acquaintances. We've helped each other. Sometimes we even like each other. Lone pirates don't live too long, and it ain't weak to have a friend or two.
Okay, I need to leave before my disguise gives me away. Oops. Huh. It's an interesting stealth mechanic. Interesting indeed. Okay. I think we're probably around an hour and a half, give or take. I think I'm going to call it for right here. I really appreciate you coming along. I hope you had fun. Next episode, between now and next episode, I'm going to go around and I'm just going to kind of explore the heck out of this place, which might take me a while, and I don't want to bore you too much, so I will try not to talk to anybody important, and then maybe make a note of where they are, and then when I start next episode, we'll maybe talk to some more people and go through here. So I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks so much. Please do all the YouTube things if you enjoyed the show. Make sure and hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon to get all of my latest videos. And until then, I hope you all have a very beautiful day. Take care. Bye.